So you want to learn how to play Soraka, the Star Child. Well, you've come to the right place. Hi champions, in this video we'll be going through Wild Rift Soraka in depth. We'll be going through Soraka's abilities and leveling order, spells, combos, builds, runes, counters, and general combat tips. And if you have any of your own Soraka tips, please share them in the comments down below. First, ask yourself, why do you want to main Soraka? Soraka's pros: she has strong teamfight potential. She has a global ultimate that affects everyone anywhere on the map. She has high sustain and she has strong crowd control. Soraka's cons: she's very reliant on landing and a single ability, and that is her first ability. She is super squishy and easy to kill if enemies collapse on her. She also has pretty low mobility. Soraka has multiple roles. She is a support and a mage that deals magical damage. Wild Rift considers her to be of easy difficulty, and I personally find her easy to average. This guide is for Soraka as a support in the Dragon Lane. My name is Teeds. If you're new here, feel free to subscribe and click the bell for more Wild Rift guides and gameplay. Let's get into Soraka's abilities. Soraka's passive, Salvation. Soraka gains 70% movement speed when moving toward ally champions below 35% health. This means you can get to allies in trouble faster when they are lower health, or it can even help you escape and kite abilities with the extra movement speed if you run towards a low health retreating ally. Soraka's first ability, Star Call. Soraka's first ability is a circle ability type. She calls a star, dealing magical damage in the area. This will also slow targets by 30% for 2 seconds. If an enemy champion is hit, Soraka gains Rejuvenation, which heals herself over 4 seconds. After healing any ally champion 3 times, Star Call is empowered to deal 140% damage in a larger area. This ability has a cooldown of 7.5 seconds. Soraka's second ability, Astral Infusion. Soraka's second ability is a point ability type. Soraka heals another ally champion. This will heal your ally instantly. However, if Soraka has Rejuvenation, her ally will also gain Rejuvenation. So this means her ally will have an instant heal and heal over time on top of it. Using this ability will take a portion of Soraka's health each time she heals an ally. So players will have to try and hit her first ability to gain the health back. This ability has an 8-second cooldown. Soraka's third ability, Equinox. Soraka's 3 is a circle ability type. Soraka creates a zone that deals magical damage. This zone will silence enemies who are in it. The zone will expire after 1.5 seconds, dealing magical damage and rooting enemies in place for 1 second. This ability has a 20-second cooldown. Soraka's ultimate, Wish. Soraka's ultimate is a global ability. Soraka heals all allied champions anywhere on the map. This heal is increased by 50% if the ally is below 35% health. This ultimate has a cooldown of 100 seconds. So that's her abilities. Next, we're going to go through the leveling order. For the first 5 levels, 1, 2, 3, 2, 4. Then you want to prioritize maxing out her ultimate for increased healing and decreased cooldown, her second ability for increased healing and decreased cooldown, her first ability for increased damage, healing, and decreased cooldown, and her third ability for increased damage, root duration, and decreased cooldown. For spells, I recommend Ignite for anti-heal and damage, and Flash for mobility. Next, Soraka's combos. Soraka doesn't really have any combos because she's actually very situational. So instead, I'll explain when it's best to use each ability and how to use each ability. Soraka is very reliant on landing her first ability. Since Soraka's second ability takes a portion of her health to heal allies, she relies on hitting her first ability to gain health back. If you don't hit your first ability, you will lose out on health back, which gives you less healing to allies, or can make you really vulnerable. Because of this, her kit is strongly reliant on hitting her first ability. Otherwise, it will make it more difficult for her and her teammates if Soraka doesn't have any health. Soraka's second ability is used to heal her allies. A very simple ability and has a super short cooldown once maxed out. She can basically constantly heal allies, but remember, it does take a portion of her health. For Soraka's third ability, it's best used under the strongest enemies who deal a lot of damage, but in team fights, I recommend focusing your third ability on high threat enemies such as fed enemies, or as many enemy champions as possible. For her ultimate, I recommend keeping an eye on your map and ally health bars in the top left. If you see a fight going on with the map and the ally is losing health, use your ultimate. This can save them no matter where you are on the map. Remember, with her passive, she has increased movement speed towards allies below 35% health. Basically, what you want to do is 1 and then 2, but only if the first ability hits an enemy champion. This is also a situational combo. You want to do this if your ally does need health back and you're in a safe place to do so. Otherwise, in a dangerous situation, if your ally really needs health back, I recommend using your heal as soon as you can so your ally can actually survive the fight. Another combo you can use is 3 and 1. This way you will silence them out of any escapes so they cannot avoid your first ability or any other abilities. And moving on to Soraka's builds. Builds are situational and it depends on the game you're in. Builds can also change depending on the current meta. My builds are based on what players are currently building in high level ranked. I recommend reading the bonuses of these items in your item builder. Ardent Sensor, granting max health, ability power, and ability haste. This item increases attack speed of both you and your allies when healed, and your attacks will also deal bonus magical damage for 6 seconds. Ionian Boots into Ionian Shadow. These boots will summon 2 ghosts that seek out nearby enemy champions, revealing 1 and slowing them up to 40% for up to 5 seconds based upon travel time. Harmonic Echo, granting ability power, max mana, and ability haste. This item will restore health to your target and 3 nearby allied champions when you cast a heal at full stacks. Athene's Unholy Grail, granting ability power, magical resistance, and ability haste. This item stores blood when damage is dealt to enemy champions and when you heal. It will consume the blood, healing at an equal value. Zeki's Convergence, granting armor, magical resistance, max mana, and ability haste. This item will surround you with a blizzard and ignites nearby ally attacks for 10 seconds when you use your ultimate. This blizzard has many different effects, increasing attacks and granting slows. Protector's Vow, granting max health, armor, and ability haste. If you or an ally take damage from a champion, monster, or turret, both of you receive a shield and 20% movement speed for 1.5 seconds. And next, onto Soraka's runes. For her main rune, Airy for poke and protect. Attacks and abilities will send Airy to a target, damaging enemies or shielding allies. For her secondary runes, Weakness for control and bonus damage. This will impair the movement of enemy champions, making them take 5% more damage in the following 5 seconds. Then you want to pick Loyalty for shared bonus armor and magical resistance. This will increase protections for both you and your closest ally. Then Mastermind for objectives and gold. Deal 10% bonus true damage to epic monsters and turrets. You can earn an extra 100 gold and 500 XP upon taking or assisting in these objectives. Next, Soraka's counters. Soraka is strongly countered with anti-heal. The spell Ignite counters Soraka pretty hard. Because her kit revolves around healing, it is easy for enemies to focus anti-heal against Soraka. She's super squishy, so enemies can have an easy time focusing her, especially if there is no peel for Soraka. However, you can avoid this with wards and good positioning. Positioning is important for Soraka since she does have low mobility. And lastly, general and combat tips. As I said earlier, with her ultimate being global, make sure to check your map and ally health, but only do so when it's safe so you do not get caught out when not paying attention. Do not just ult if they are low. They will probably just go back to base, so it'll be a waste of your ultimate. I recommend only ulting if you know they're still fighting or escaping from an enemy with low health. You can make sure of this by looking at your map before ulting. Remember to keep track of your own health before healing an ally. You do not want to get too low where you will die easily to an enemy. Do not overheal your allies, meaning healing over their maximum health. I would not heal them if their health is above 95%. When healing tanks, take care with how much you heal, as tanks generally have a lot of health and can drain your health quickly. When an enemy is focusing you or attacking you over your allies, do not use your second ability. The enemy will kill you faster if you heal an ally. Focus on getting yourself out of that situation because you don't want to drain your health while an enemy champion is hitting you. If melee enemies are collapsing on you, you can place your third ability under you to silence. If you have low health, try and stay back in fights so you do not get focus. Soraka can still do a lot far in the back. If you're returning to base to buy items/heal, you can heal your allies as much as you can before going back to base if it's safe to do so. Remember that your first ability does have a slow in it. Try and use Equinox to silence enemies, your third ability, but you can also zone out areas as well. Great to use on objectives like the Drake, Baron, turrets, and more. I recommend Soraka take the Sweet Fruit in the Dragon lane so both you and your ally can stay in the lane longer, since Soraka can heal the ally more often. And that is all for the Soraka guide. Please let me know in the comments down below which champion you would like to main next. Subscribe and click the bell for more champion guides. I'm planning to release one every day or one every 2 days. I've been slacking a little bit, but I'm jumping right back onto it, so I do apologize. So yeah, just let me know in the comments who you want to learn. Like the video if you found this helpful. I hope to see you again for the next one. Bye!